I walked into the novel with a murderer outside the door. I knew in advance that there would be a murderer in the apartment in 3 days. The murderer frantically left a note in my room saying that I was his favorite prey. I tried to call the police or leave the apartment, but they all failed. It seemed that there was almost enough power to stop me from doing so. I was lost for a while and soon got up again. Fortunately, I called the Wuja repair company. Since I can't get out, the murderer doesn't want to come in. The story I walked into is a suspense novel that reverses and reverses. Everyone around the protagonist is untrustworthy. The murderer is eyeing the apartment. The neighbors on the same floor and the friends who come to play are each pregnant with ghosts. The novel prompts for a fee when the protagonist finds out that everyone is lying. It's impossible to pay in this life. However, I regret it. If there is still a chance, I will recharge, but now I think these are meaningless. I can't handle murderers and neighbors and friends, but I can handle this house with a very low safety factor and make it an unbreakable fortress. First, I opened the doors and windows. I went directly to the decoration company and spent the most expensive money. I asked for all the walls and floors to be replaced with the highest security level of the same material as the bank vault within 1 day. Then the walls and floors were all upgraded and cracked, and people installed monitoring at the door to ensure that there are no dead ends in front of the door, but this is still far higher. What if the killing group finds that it can't enter my house? The atmosphere is corrupt. What if a fire burns the apartment? So I found someone to install a fire extinguishing device on the ceiling and bought 5 fire extinguishers and 3 gas masks. Although the house is already equipped with hot golden soup, there is no food in it. So I started again. Crazy shopping. 200 caddies of rice, 200 caddies of flour, vegetables, meat, a few kinds of daily necessities, medicines with a 3-month purchase period, no less than water, and the generator must be installed in my second bedroom to ensure that my daily needs are still guaranteed after being powered off. In addition, most of the fear of this novel comes from insufficient force, so the baseball bat and the machete for killing pigs are connected to the explosion-proof hole. After doing this, the last step is indeed an extremely critical step to ensure that I can still survive when I encounter special circumstances. After all, when I encounter situations that cannot be explained by science, metaphysics is often needed. I ran to 10 temples and Taoist temples and asked for 1,000 runes. I planned to escape without seeing the black bones and blood. Each wholesale cost 10 caddies. Even if the murderer who came was dirty and human, I could smash him to death. Everything was packed. I pulled the bed curtain and lay on the mattress. I slept for a while. The color was getting dark at midnight. The murderer came again. I opened my eyes and stared. At night, a message suddenly popped up. A good brother of the original owner. Wei, guess where I am? I came to your house. Surprised, not surprised. Although I didn't read the paid content of the original novel. But according to the previous plot, I can also guess that the hero's good brother, Wei, should be a great man. Wei was able to save the hero from the ruthless murderer twice. He also reported a lot of lies from his neighbors and pulled the hero back from the edge of death. The hero trusted him very much, but when they hid in a small space to avoid the murderer, the shadow of the good brother who fell on the door suddenly became terrifying. The hero was shocked. When he opened his eyes, he didn't dare to make a sound. The novel came to an abrupt end here. This time I walked in. Then I can see what the ending of this novel is. Open all the surveillance videos. Wei's news. I can talk about it again. It's weird. As soon as I came in, the building manager suddenly locked the door. You don't know. The light downstairs is broken. It's all black. Suddenly, there is a hunchback. How scary is it? Wei climbed that photo. The hall on the first floor was dark. Only the safety indicator light turned the green light. The camera was facing the door. A man in a fish was carrying a thick iron chain with almost 90 wrists and feet. I was holding a thick iron chain in a circle on the door. Although I only entered the world for 3 days, I still recognized the appearance of the downstairs building manager. He was obviously a young guy. Now he has become an old man. It seems that the murderer has already gotten in. Oh, it scared me to death. I really sent you a message. The old manager suddenly turned around and asked me what I was doing just now. You don't know how scary he looked. I didn't want to pay attention to him. He just broke my hand. Oh, I was so angry that I wanted to report it. He didn't hear that I was not a resident here. Let me get out, and then pull me out. I said I came to Pengjiangda. He also asked you to send me a call. I said he would let me go again. Oh, I'm so angry. You must complain to this old manager. Let their company send him money. I'm holding my face with one hand and watching the news of my good brother. There is no reply on the top of each one.